My most memorable moment is more of an experience, but it would have to be years ago. Meeting my wife, or at that time wife to be, Natalie, when she worked in the office at Marand. We didn't date until much later, but we developed a friendship at Marand that, eventually turned into a wedding. So that's definitely top of the list for me. I'd say the thing I'm most proud of since working at Marand is how we've grown over the years, not just in size, but in prioritizing our values and building a reputation, of being a capable and trusted partner to our clients, and also the trades that we work with. When I started with Marand about 13 and a half years ago, we were doing maybe $19-20 million a year in revenue. We had our fair share of ups and downs, and here we are now, 6-7 times that size, which is crazy to think about. And we just seem to have gotten better as we've grown. We continue to improve ourselves each year. We learn from our mistakes. We invest in those things that have made us better, education, technology, safety, outreach. And I think going into 2024, we're part of a company we can all be really proud of.
Good morning, Marand family. Most of you know me. I am Sherry, the office manager in the Jacksonville, Florida office. I've been with Marand for 10 and a half years. When I started with Marand, there were 5 of us in the office. The first Christmas party I planned had 12 people. Now, 10 and a half years later, we have 87 people at the meeting and 87 plus for tonight's Christmas party. We've grown quite a bit. When I first started, Nathan asked me to create an onboarding process. I created a 3-ring binder with a lot of pages in it. We went through page by page by page for training. Since then, we've grown so much, our training is online, so I still train. Thank you, Nathan, for hiring me, and 2024 is going to be a great year for Marand.
What is the most memorable moment in your time working at Marand? Thinking back in my 14 years at Marand, one moment that really stood up is during the time of the pandemic. At that time, when everything got very uncertain out there and we didn't know what to do, Francisco, the CEO, was outside the country. There was no way for us to reach him. There was no internet, there was no phones. So at that moment, our leadership team had to really step up. So we got together, we spoke during the week. I was speaking with Nathan, calling Eric every day, trying to find out what we're gonna do. We call a meeting on Monday, we sit down, we discuss all our alternatives, and we decided to close the offices and send everybody home to work remotely. That was an aha moment for me. I realized that Marand was in safe hands, and we have the people that can make the decisions even when the CEO, owner of the business, is not around. I feel that we'll be safe, we'll have a bright future. What are you most proud of in your time working at Marand? I gotta say that being part of Marand's growth journey makes me super proud. Back when I started Marand, we were about 20 employees or less, $10 million business a year. Fast forward till today, we are about 160 employees and over $160 million a year business. And it's not only about the number, it's about all the families that we have impacted with our growth. All the people that work on Marand have families that depend on Marand, and that makes me very proud. Also, we have been able to give back to the community. And one place that we give back in the community that we focus on is education. And education is very close to me. Because before I worked for Marand, I had my own business, and I was forced to close my business because I wasn't successful at it, and I had to close my business. But because of my accounting background and my studies, my bachelor degree, I was able to have a second shot at success. And that's what I always say, that money comes and goes, but what you learn is stick for you here forever. That's what I'm a big believer of education.